Hello, we are from fourth group in the intermediate listening class that assigned by Miss Novita Mulyana, and we are from English Bachelor, Faculty of Humanities in Udayana University. So, before we begin, let us introduce ourselves. My name is Imadi Adi Balarama, and my student number is 250145117. And here's my friend.
My name is Sagung Isri Mari Puspaningrat. My student number is 171.
Hello everyone, my name is Kadek and my student number is 180.
Hello, my name is Maximin Fajar. My student number is 172.
So we found out a video that explained that AI correlated with water crisis. The video is about cold thirsty AI worsen than the water crisis. Enjoy the video. This comprehensive video report investigates the massive hidden environmental footprint of our global digital ecosystem, specifically focusing on how the boom in artificial intelligence or AI and the cold data storage is worsening localized water crisis. While technology giants pitch the internet as a weightless, invisible cloud, the physical infrastructure keeping our connected world running is placing an unsustainable strain on some of the most vulnerable arid regions on Earth. The investigation is set entirely in the central state of Querétaro, Mexico, a region historically prone to dry spells that has recently been gripped by a devastating multi-year extremely drought. Through first-hand account from local residents, agriculture workers, environmental activists, and defensive government officials, this report exposes a stark, unsettling contrast. The unyielding guaranteed resources granted to multinational tech corporations versus the severe water rationing imposed on local citizens. The narrative opens by pulling back the curtain on the physical reality of modern internet use, showing that every text message, cold storage photograph, stream video, and email is processed in a physical location. This operation occurs inside massive, warehouse-sized data centers that operate continuously, packed with thousands of roaring servers that generate extreme, concentrated heat. To keep this system from overheating and crashing, they rely on relentless cooling mechanisms that consume millions of liters of water daily.
The scan then shifts to the grim reality on the ground in Querétaro, where local water sources like the critical Soledad Dam have plummeted to an estimated 20% capacity. Viewers are introduced to local village residents who bear the brunt of the climate and industrial emergency. Erina Perez Jimenez, a cook at local fish restaurant by the drain dam, revealed that her family now only receives running tap water for roughly 24 hours once a week, often with incredibly poor pressure. Just a few kilometers away, the report highlights the struggle of local agriculture workers like Gualpo Hernas, a blackberry farmer whose fight sat at the bottom of the ported dam. To the extreme, like a moisture, he was completely unable to cultivate his crop during the previous season, insulating how regional water shortage directly threatens local food security and basic economical survival. The documentary transitions into the elemental scientific data surrounding what the researchers call the unable truths of the tech industry. Study from institute like UC Berkeley revealed that even a relatively small standard data center consumes at least the same amount of water every single day as 1,000 average human households combined. This massive consumption happens either directly through evaporative cooling towers or incredibly raw, the immense electrical energy needed to power the facilities.
Despite this glaring ecological risk, the Mexican government has big ambitions for the region, aggressively promoting Querétaro as the premier technology and data hub of Latin America. The state boasts an ideal environment for tech infrastructure, featuring excellent weather conditions, low seismic activity, top-tier security, and direct connectivity to international networks, resulting in over 20 new data centers built in the area since 2022. However, this industrial boom is met with deep alarm by local environmental activists like Teresa Roldan, who campaigns against the unchecked construction of these mega facilities. She takes the film crew to a massive new 300 megawatt facility being built directly adjacent to communal farming land, expressing her deep conviction that the immense volume of water diverted to these corporate structures is actively draining the surrounding water table and ruining local farms. A major focus of the report is the wall of corporate secrecy and non-disclosure barriers surrounding the tech industry's resource consumption. Academic investigator Dr. Ana Valdivia describes the extreme border-like security measures she faced just to step inside a Querétaro data center, where her passport was confiscated and stickers were placed over her phone cameras. She notes that getting concrete data on environmental impacts is nearly impossible because tech companies tightly guard their operational metrics from the public. When confronted with these concerns, local government officials, including the Secretary of State for Sustainable Development, Marco Del Prete, firmly downplayed the issue. He argues that modern, new generation data centers are highly efficient and consume no more water than a standard office building, hotel, or hospital. However, when pressed for exact water consumption figures, he admits he does not possess them, shifting the blame and monitoring responsibilities to federal agencies.
And yeah, the investigation attempts to follow the paper trail of the water licenses. In conferring record, the show teach giants like Microsoft hold permissions to use up to 25 milliliter of water annually in the region. Furthermore, the local industrial park holds a license for over 1 billion liters of a year, but federal and state water board completely ignored the journalist's formal requests to clarify exactly how much of the water is funneled directly off surface cooling. The report highlights how the interaction of extreme climate change of corporate propertition is actively erasing traditional ways of life. Indigenous families explain that they can no longer grow maize and corn, the staples of their diet and cultures, leaving them entirely dependent on outside food sources. While the promised corporate local jobs turn out to be mostly temporary, low-wage construction work rather than long-term employment for citizens. The video report concludes of a sobering, insightful note regarding accountability of human rights. While multinational tech firms publicly publish sustainability report pledging to invest in local communities, file checks reveal that promised water infrastructure improvement remain entirely unquantified on the ground. Thank you guys for watching our material from Group 4 of listening and interpreted listening. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye bye.